Hey guys, Lord Magicus, and we're going to play Merfolk in Modern. Alright, so this is my last bit of practice before SCG Philly, so gotta make it count. So we tried Mono Blue like a few weeks ago, and then we tried Is It, so you know what, let's go and give Simic another spin. So this is what I have put together. We're going to play a 19 land, very, very low to the ground, Swole Merfolk deck. So we're going to play with, we have 10 1-drops here between the Vial, the Speaker, and the Curse Catcher. So usually fishies they'll either play 4 1-drops or 0, but I think because we're playing so many lords in this deck, having extra boots on the ground here is going to help us a lot. And you could go for Benthic Biomancer in this slot, which definitely is a consideration, but I think I'm going to go with Curse Catcher just because it's somewhat of a speed bump, and we're trying to go very fast, and honestly, mana is going to be tight for us. We're looking to tap all of our mana every turn until our opponent's dead. So we only have 19 lands in this deck. You could even make an argument to go to 18. Maybe if you played like Once Upon a Time, that might be reasonable. I don't know if the deck should be playing Mutavaults or not, because I think there's a lot of colored mana symbols, especially because of the Mistbinder. So I'm going to try it like this. Yeah, and I'm going to play with 2 Caverns. Since we have 6 1-drops and we're going to play Chalice in the sideboard, I do think I want Caverns in order to, if we have to put Chalice in one, we can still play these guys. So yeah, with your Simic, of course, you get, your regular 8 Lords, but we're adding Mistbinder on top of it, and I'm going to put 3 copies of Mara Reejerey in. So I cut 1 Reejerey and 1 land to put in the 2 Curse Catchers, since that keeps the curve a little bit lower. 2 Brazen Borrowers, just so we don't randomly die to stuff like Ensnaring Bridge. The Force of Negation is great in this deck because it lets you tap out for huge attacks and not die to stuff like Anger of the Gods. Also, you can have counter magic up for things like turn 3 Karn or Oblivion Stone, that sort of nonsense. Or even like All is Dust for up against like Eldrazi Tron. You definitely want to be countering that. And other than that, just 2 Spreading Seas in the main deck. Yeah, most of the small decks, in order to make room to play extra lords in them, tend to cut some number of this card from the main, because you don't really need as many. We have 15 lords in here, so the idea is that the opponent's going to have a hard time blocking a board of like 4 4s and 5 5s, that you don't really need Island Walk as badly. But I'm still going to keep it because this card is good against Tron and Jund, and like sometimes just randomly Island Walk will help us win. Yeah, and then I will put the other 2 copies in the sideboard again, because if we're up against a deck like either Tron or Jund, we definitely want more of this card. It will help. Even like, yeah, I think there are a number of decks where this is going to be a good card. So yeah, like Death Shadow, we probably want some number of these. So Silvergill. This is a card that doesn't always make it in the Swole deck. Sometimes you cut this for more Lords or like more 1-drops, but I'm gonna keep it in because like I don't want to ruin my matchup against the black grindy decks too much. But there's certainly an argument that in this style of list you don't necessarily need as many Silvergill Adepts. You could play something else, like maybe more Reejerey or more Curse Catchers. So I'm gonna try it though. I think that it's fine to just keep the gas flowing. And yeah, that's pretty much this. Everything that we want here. We don't have any Mutavaults because color, like I said, colorless mana is going to be a little bit harder to use, especially because now you're adding Mistbinder on top of it. But we do have Waterlogged Grove, so we still have like some spell lands that they're not dead draws off the top. Yeah, sideboard, Spreading Seas, Deprive, Dismember, Ashiok, Grafdigger's Cage, Chalice of the Void. These are all things that we play very often. Definitely an argument that maybe something like Shaper Sanctuary could find its way in here, but possibly over these seas. Who knows? If there's like a lot of removal decks, then Sanctuary makes a lot of sense. So if you see decks like Jund or Shadow a lot, then we might be inclined to swap those out. But I think that because there's stuff like Tron floating around, that seas might be a little bit better. Other than that, like, yeah, there was a sideboard. Yeah, we don't really change this much. Like, this still comes in against Titan decks, and Still need Cage to deal with, Dredge. And I think that because of the Ox, Dredge is probably going to be a thing. Chalice, we still want it for, Infect and for Mono Red Prowess. The Dismember comes in against most of, the black decks. And a lot of the green decks, too. They have creatures we need to definitely kill with it, so... Stuff like Tarmogoyf and Death Shadow, you really want to be able to dismember. So, yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Just, the plan is just crunch the opponent quickly. So let's go crunch the opponent quickly, hopefully. Yeah, we didn't even spend that much time talking about this one compared to before, so... Okay, yeah, just always make sure that, the deck that you're expecting to play is the one that's showing up there, because I think one time it wasn't, and then I almost picked the wrong deck. Why is this not full screen by default? Okay, here. Alright, let's go. Let's play. Let's do well, because I really need this deck to work so I know what I'm doing this weekend. It's been a while since we played Simic, but I think that Simic is fine. With Mox Opal banned, we don't need Collector Oath as much, so... I mean, there's definitely a world in which, you still want Oaths, but we're not nearly as dependent on them now. Especially because they don't really do much against Urza himself. So, Opal is one of the main things that you want to shut down with it. So, with that gone, yeah, I just think the slots are better used against other stuff like, Ashiok against the Titan decks. That really matters a lot right now, actually. But you could also make the argument, if there's a bunch of stuff like Engineered Explosives and Walking Ballista floating around in those decks, then maybe some number of Oaths can come back. Because just, yeah, being an answer to stuff like, EE and Ballista is already... Those are very devastating cards to us, so having, answers to their answers is always fantastic. It's even good against stuff like Tron, because they have a lot of, cantrip artifacts in their deck. Oh, turn this down a little bit. Alright, let's do this. Alright, we are on the play? Yep. No, we are not. You were in the draw, okay. Oh, they must have just... Yeah, he kept his 7. This hand is fine. We can keep it. Yeah, so it's a DMC Do 2. Alright. Interesting. Mountain Pass, so this might be Valakut. If it is, I don't really want to take damage more than I have to, so let's go Merfolk. Get Aether Vial out. So then turn 2 we can play Lord plus Kamena Speaker off the Vial. Or actually, we might even just play Trickster. Red. Kiln Fiend. Okay, we're definitely using Trickster in that thing. That thing is never attacking us. Alright, pass. Having the Force of Negation is nice because it gives us something to do with the Spreading Seas. So we can definitely get one of these two things to block it. Okay, sure, Firebolt. Our goal is to trade one of these two creatures with it, and I don't think they're going to be able to stop us from doing that. Double Lava Dart. Uh-huh. Interesting. So they're doing it both now. Okay. So here's the. So that's fine. That's gonna cost them dearly. So now they're gonna have to sacrifice a mountain if they want to like kill this thing. And it's still not going to get through because we're just going to throw a speaker in front of it. The only thing that sucks is this isn't going to be able to kill this, unfortunately. But they wasted like their entire hand to do this, so let's hope that it's fine. The double lava dart was definitely brutal. Yeah, I'm not letting them get in 13 damage here. If we draw another land, that would be great. That's also fine, because that still makes it very hard for them to attack. They have 2 cards left, and we still have 2 creatures to block. And I'll probably tick Vile up to 3 just to put in the Regery. It's like, what do they even have left here? Draw a card. Okay, that's nothing. Okay. That's also nothing. Beautiful. That tells me they can't have any removal, or they definitely would have bolted that thing. Ah, so be it. Okay. Sacrifice Waterlogged Grove, because if we find... Do we need to do this right now? I don't think so. Just attack first. Let's see what happens. They just F6'd. And that is exactly why we want to do that. Because now we have another creature in play. Sure, I guess I'll just untap Island. Actually, I should have untapped Master of the Pearl Trident. That would have made more sense. There's no way I'm blocking with it, though. They just keep playing lands, so... That's not going to do anything. Again, okay, so... Manamorphose... They get to draw 1 card. They don't have any mana left to actually... I could counter it with the Curse Catcher. No, I don't think I want to, though. That could have been a mistake, but they can't flash this back, and if they draw a land off of it, they're screwed. So whatever they're doing, they have to do it now. I think my plan is to just trade Curse Catcher with this thing. Like, they have 1 spell they can cast, so like it doesn't matter. I'm just like, even if they draw a Lightning Bolt, that doesn't do anything because I have a board of 4/4, so that's why I was willing to just let them resolve it, because I don't think any 1 card they draw is not going to be good enough. Alright, so we definitely want Chalice against this deck. I don't think Spreading Seas is very good. But see, yes, we didn't need Spreading Seas. We just had a board of 4/4s, and that was good enough to crunch them. So take out that. Silvergill Adept is not particularly good. Actually, Dismember is maybe relevant. I think we have to keep Force of Negation. I don't really want to bring in Dismember, but at the same time, like, I don't know, it's hard, because if they're going all in on something like Kiln Fiend and you Dismember it, then that's usually pretty strong. I don't know if it's... Losing 4 life against their deck is not good, but it's a lot better than losing, like, 10 life. I mean, I'm willing to bet that like any of their creatures would deal that much damage to us anyway. I don't know. That's really close. I'll try it. I just don't think Silvergill is particularly good here. It dies to the lava darts very easily. Swall has a pretty good game against him. We are mulliganing this because we need 2 lands. This is not good, but I think I have to keep it, and we're going to put... I think Misty Rainforest is going on the bottom. If he plays a creature on turn 1, it might just be correct to dismember it. I think it actually does make sense to do this. Do I want to do it now? Is there any possibility, like, I guess I can just wait until their turn to do it. See if we can get them to cast some spells into it first. I'll take 1 damage off of it. So if they play Kiln Fiend, I really want to dismember that instead. Damn it! Alright, I should have killed it. What did they reveal? Lava Spike and Firebolt. Okay. They didn't find another land, so I'm just going to kill this now. I guess... I guess Aether Vial. Can only play 1 of these cards right now, unless they top deck land. So I'd assume Firebolt... Well, no, I guess they're not going to ever get to the 5 mana for it, so it doesn't matter. Okay, that's fine. We'll play the Waterlogged Grove this turn. We're going to hold up Trickster in case they ever draw a creature. If they play like Swift Spear and attack, or we'll just crack Grove if they don't. I want to hang on to this for as long as possible. Okay. Sure. That's a good draw for us. That's a great draw. Pass. If they try to like Firebolt it, we can just file in Mistbinder. So they're stuck in 1 land. So if I can get Chalice off, that would be fantastic too. So next turn I'm definitely playing Grove, and I'm going to crack it and try to draw Chalice. We're at 10 though, that sucks. So okay, that's not going to do anything. They just F6'd. I can't do that though. Yeah, they're just going to die. So we're going to use Trickster in their upkeep so that they can't cast any more sorceries. And that should be like the game right there. So we have 12 in play. Or no, we have 13 in play. Like, there's no way they can kill us. It seems incredibly unlikely that they could come back from this. Yeah, alright. So, I mean, they got mana, they got stuck in mana, but like both times just eventually putting a bunch of lords in play was enough to beat them, so we didn't even need the sideboard cards. I guess Dismember may have helped a little bit by just keeping them from like getting any sort of game going there, but like that was pretty incredibly risky. It's just, I think the Dismember is important to kill maybe the Kiln Fiend, because that is the card that gets really out of hand, because it basically doubles all their lightning bolts. So if they resolve like one spell, you're taking 3 damage anyway, so taking 4 and getting rid of it just seems better. Alright, so we're on the draw against Remph. Okay. Well, this is another mana terrible hand, so mulligan. This is fine, actually. We'll put Curse Catcher on the bottom. Do I even need to? I think with this hand, I might actually put Aether Vial on the bottom. I think, yeah, that makes more sense. Alright. Because I may need to use one of these Curse Catchers to use this on this force. Okay, so this looks like Ponza. So if they're going to go like Stone Rain or Blood Moon, then we definitely want to... Yeah, we want Curse Catcher. So we need this Reedry. Actually, it might have been better to play the Botanical Sanctum first, because if they Stone Rain that, like, it's not a big deal. But we probably do need to protect the basic island from Stone Rain. This also prevents them from wanting to play Blood Moon now. Okay, so 2 mana. What are you doing here? Once Upon a Time. Sure. I think I need this for stuff like Chandra or Anger the Gods. Okay, if you revealed Forest, that's fine. Utopia Sprawl on that Forest. That... So that... You know what? I actually think that it might be... It's close. We may... I think I need to let that resolve, unfortunately. If we're lucky, we'll get Spreading Seas for it, but... I really don't want... alright. Alright. No. I'm going to keep up the force right now, and that's why I'm not playing the Curse Catcher. Like, I don't want them to play something like Chandra, because if they have that, then there's no way we can win. But it's 2-4. If they have, like, Inferno Titan, though, we're kind of fucked. Likely is maybe Bloodbraid Elf. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And they had another Sprawl anyway, so, like, countering it doesn't do much. Because they still have 6 mana regardless. Alright, so what do we see? Chandra here? Yeah. Absolutely fucking not. No. Damn, no, I need to dismiss that. That's the one. Okay. Well, again, that's helpful. It puts more power on the board. Get in there. Hopefully... If I can draw a second Lord, like, you know, any of our other 12 Lords, that would be fantastic, because then we can play around Anger. Clothos. Yeah. I mean, I can't do anything about that. Oh, great. Okay. So, it's not a creature, so their devotion is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they need 1 more, or 2 more. I can exile a card from a... So they can shock us for 2 every turn, and then they can either make more mana or, you know, gain 2 life. Alright, so this is fine. What's going to happen is we're going to play Marrow Reedry. We're going to untap Island. Play Reedry. Play Master the Pearl Trident. We'll tap Arbor Elf, and we will tap the Forest. And we'll attack. And that, again, that's the power of Swole. So, like, now they don't have a lot of good options here, because Anger of the Gods is not going to do it. Yeah, okay, you can hit me for 2, but, like, you have to kill me this turn. I don't even know if Inferno Titan is good enough at this point. Yeah, dig. Try to find something, I guess. We're crunching for a lot, and if we draw any fishy, they can't block, so... Glory... Okay, you know what? Glorybringer is fine. I guess it buys them a turn. They can kill off a Lord, but if we find... like we're still in range that we can kill them. They have to exert it, like, I think. Yeah, we're not... I mean, we're not blocking anything, so... I think they have to exert and kill off a Mirror Regery. Yeah. Nope. Alright, so we need to draw, I think, a Merfolk. Alright, that'll do it. Tappy, tappy. Here we go. That's the power of Swole. So we're seeing it. So Glorybringer was a pretty good hit for them, but not quite good enough. Alright, so against their deck, Deprive is actually pretty good, and so is Spreading Seas. We want to keep Force Negation. Curse Catcher is okay, but not great. I don't think Brazen Borrower is super amazing against their deck. Like, I don't think they're like gonna bring in stuff like Bridge. I'm not sure. I mean, Dismember also can potentially be very good against them. I have to side out cards. I guess, alright, let's side out Curse Catch. You know what, it might make sense to side out Kamena Speaker here, because if they do play Blood Moon against us, then we can't, it's very hard for us to cast that. So, I guess I could bring in like 2 Dismembers, because if you kill the Arbor Elf, that's usually pretty good. And they also have like, they have other targets for this too. I think that's okay. But otherwise, I think this is fine. We're going to run it like this. I think this is pretty good for us. Keep the Aether Vials for sure. This is a pretty good match for us usually, so... yeah, this is an okay hand, I'd say. We'll keep it. Pass. Probably lead on Breeding Pool and just put it into play tapped, and then hope they don't have Blood Moon. So they're definitely playing Arbor Elf. So turn 2 they can Stone Rain us or Blood Moon us. Okay, never mind. We're going to play Botanical Sanctum, and we're going to play Aether Vial. Now we don't give a fuck. I want to keep the Flooded Strand just because if they play Stone Rain, I want to have basic islands. If it's Moon, like... Okay, what's Once Upon a Time? I'm not really that concerned because we have Deprive now. Bloodbraid Elf, yeah, that's... I mean, that's a pretty good thing for them, so... Get in your 1. This Vial is likely going to get ticked up to 3. Okay, pass. I'm assuming land Bloodbraid is what they really want to be doing. Okay. Nope. Seasoned Pyromancer. Discard... I don't think I really want them to do that. I think that we probably do counter this. The other option is I could actually Merfolk Trickster this thing down, but it's going to give them a bunch of elementals. I think I'd rather just go like Mistbinder Trickster next turn. I mean, not letting them do that meant we could put Regery out, but I think I would rather... I'd rather get the Merfolk Mistbinder out. And then next turn we can play like double Regery if we so choose. Okay, now they're going to go for Bloodbraid, I assume, but yeah, we're going to have a pretty good counterattack if they do that, so... Lightning Bolt's going to eat our Lord, unfortunately. That's fine. There's no point in letting it attack us. Let's tick Vial up to 3, because then if we draw another Merfolk, we can put both Lords out. Nope, okay. Again, just drawing a bunch of Lords is very good, but now they can put up Glorybringer, so that would suck. It looks like that might happen, or even like Chandra would be good for them. Yeah, Glorybringer, yeah, okay. I assume they're going to exert it and kill off a Regery. Yep. Always no. Do not draw any more lands. That's actually pretty good because we can hit that thing with it. Let's yeah. I really don't want to like trade with this stupid Bloodbraid Elf, but I think that right now, alright, we need to just hold back for at least one turn. They don't have red mana now, so that's a good sign. But I really want to try to, if I can get more Tricksters or like a Lord or something, that would be good. Yeah, the Dismember would help. Okay, I guess Spreading Seas of Forest. See what we can draw. That's pretty fantastic. Tap down Bloodbraid, I guess. So they are close to dying. They have to kill the Lord of Atlantis with Glorybringer. If we draw another Lord, like, they're very close to death. I mean, that's fine. This has to die, unfortunately, but... Come on, fishy! Come, give us a fishy! That's a fishy! Yeah, so they can still block something, but yeah, I think they're basically just dead now, because we have Force of Negation up, so yeah, they go to 3, and then they're dead next turn, like they can't cast any spells. We're going to attack right past this Bloodbraid. Do it! There's nothing you can cast that I am afraid of. No. I want you to know that never did I not have it. Okay, well, we just absolutely face-stomped Ponza. I think, yeah, the 15 Lord version of the deck is going to have a pretty good match against it, I think. I mean, Mono Blue has also a pretty good match. Like, just the main deck Spreading Seas can be very good against a lot of their draws, but yeah, I think our deck is configured very well against them. They didn't seem to Yeah, they didn't play like a single Stone Rain or Blood Moon, so maybe they were just playing like the value version of the deck and not necessarily the, excuse me, mana disruption version. So yeah, 2 wins really quick. You know, the first one was a little bit luck, but I think the second one we just were all over that. I mean, you play 15 Lords in your deck, you're bound to draw a bunch of them. All right, let's go. Kick some butt. Let's do it. Today. Come on, opponent, just join. Why is this taking so long? Okay, here we go. We are on the play against Fog Manatic? Fog Manatic. Okay. I get it. Instead of Mog Fanatic, it's Fog Manatic. This hand is fine. Keep it. We'll play Scalding Tarn turn 1 and then get the Breeding Pool on their end step. We have a Force Negation. No, do not. Thoughtseize. Yeah, they can Thoughtseize us. You take the Spreading Seas, so that means that this is probably a Shadow deck. Because that's the card they're normally afraid of. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to play that right now, but... I guess if I play a Lord right now, they're probably just going to kill it, so I think I'm just going to play, like, Trickster on the end step. Like, they're certainly going to Fatal Push this if I do it. On the other hand, like... Then I could also leave it. If I play Lord now, then I can turn 3, like, pass with both Trickster and Force of Negation up, and I could hard cast this, so maybe that's better. I mean, we're going to have to fight our way through the removal anyway, so... that's just all there is to it. Blood Crypt. So I assume that Fatal Pushes... yeah, that's... oh, that's actually pretty good. So here... I could play Curse Catcher and then Trickster. I think, though, I'm gonna... well, let's see what happens, like, if they Thoughtseize me again. I can play Master and Curse Catcher. That's actually fine. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that. Okay. Because I still technically have Force up if I need it for something. Castle Embereth. So this... okay, so this is a Pyromancer deck. That's good. Well, no, it's not really good, but... so they get their token. So I have a choice. I think I just use the Curse Catcher to counter this. And here... oops, nope, cancel. We need... just play another Lord. So this looks like a red-black Pyromancer deck. They could trade 2 things with this if they want, but... oh, interesting. Okay. No, I'm totally cool with that exchange. Young Pyromancer is like their main way of winning this game, so... okay, if you have another one, you have another one. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not happy about this, but... what am I going to do? I guess just Mara Regery here. I guess that makes the most sense, because just keep playing Lords and eventually they'll run out of removal, and because we have more Lords in our deck than they have removal, so... the Merfolk Trickster, like, is just good in hand to keep up Force, so... their attacks are... there is no way that you could be attacking them right now. Why would I not just kill this thing? Okay. That's not going to stop it from dying, so... So I guess I just cast Trickster here, probably. Oh, thank you for doing this doing this before you declare attacks, because now I know you don't have, like, Chandra in your hand that I have to hold up this force. I mean... We're just going to keep attacking. So we know they don't have anything, or otherwise they would have just played it. I think it's probably another land. The Ox is unfortunately a good. It's good. Resolves. Blood Moon. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. We don't have another fishy yet, unfortunately. I really don't want to, like... I think I have to try to block this thing. And I don't want to, because they can easily escape it right now. And they can just do it again. Like, yeah, they can exile it and then just basically draw another 3 cards. But I don't have a... Like, I don't think attacking here really helps, right? Because their clock is a lot faster than ours, so I think I have to be on defense for the time being. This card is a beating. Like, it's very brutal. I think against this deck we might be bringing in Ashiok, though. Because they like having cards in the graveyard. They have a bunch of fetch lands, but this also... Okay, well, I have to cast this. I mean, I assume they just have another thing. Yeah. This is gonna suck. I think we're losing this one. Opponent did not run out of gas. I could just take this, but if I don't, they... Well, they can't recast it this turn, but they certainly can next turn. I'm just trying to think, like, I don't know... I think I have to let it hit me this turn. Terrible. I think we're dead. I guess I'm going to attack into this. Right, well, I'm getting attacked for 7. Ugh. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, God. There is no way that they're blocking this, so... I think we're just fucked, no matter what we do here. It's too much. Alright, that's fine. Like, that should be enough to get there for them. So let's see. I don't even know. Like, Ashiok is okay, but maybe that's gonna be tough. So they play, like, what, Lightning Bolts. So Chalice on 1 is fine, but they do have a bunch of, like, 2 mana things. 2 Grafdigger's Cage is fine. It turns off the Ox, but they can still, like... It also turns off Lingering Souls, but they still, I assume, have, like, Culligan's Command. They have Blood Moon in their deck. So they do need to have a lot of fetches. I guess this card might be fine against them. They have a lot of ways to attack it, too. And it's really slow against... So I guess Spreading Seas is probably good. I don't know if Force of Negation is good. Maybe Deprive. Force is sort of okay. There's some cards that are worth countering. Like if they have like Liliana or something, then I don't know. If they have that stupid Ox, like that's a problem. Actually, you know what? Aether Vial's probably not very good against them. So maybe I could take Dismember. I could take like... This is going to be very hard to cast, especially without Vial. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we could just get lucky and mana screw them with this thing. You know what? They're going to probably bring in Plague Engineer, so I think we need the Dismember. So, damn, what do I do here? Do I even bring in, like, Graveyard Hate, like... I don't know. I don't think I can. I think the rest of these cards are fine, you know, we'll just play without Vial. Alright, we're going to leave in 3 Forces, because they probably do have stuff like Liliana in their deck. And, you know, Blood Moon can hurt us. We're not immune to it, so... If they're smart, they probably leave in some number. I cannot keep this. I guess I'm keeping this, but I'm not very happy about it. Put a Sanctum on the bottom. Pass. This is not a very good hand. But they're almost certainly... Okay, so no, they don't have anything yet. Alright, let's get an island. We'll play the Merfolk Mistbinder first. Actually, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have, because they probably have Fatal Push, and they're just going to use it now. Or Lightning Bolt, I guess. No, they don't. Okay, so, neat. No. Not... I guess, yeah, we are going to attack them. Okay, well, if they're going to do that, then I think what I'm going to do is Spreading Seas, the Sacred Foundry. That's going to hurt their mana the most. Sure, you can Inquisition me, take my Lord. But this keeps them from casting another Pirate. Well, never mind, they just had another fetch land the whole time. They don't have Plague Engineer, they should have taken this, so... So are they just going to play another one? Thoughtseize, okay. Now they take Dismember. Yeah. Okay, well, I don't have another choice except to play it, so... They don't have white for Lingering Souls, which is nice. And I guess maybe they have like a Godless Shrine or another Sacred Foundry in the deck. They could find off of this thing, though. Jeez, oh, well, okay, that's rough. I don't know if they kept in Blood Moon or not, but I'm going to play around it by getting 2 islands anyway. Well, they have 3 cards left, but I'm assuming they're all like... It's probably like that stupid Ox. They're just going to like play a land and get it. Like, this is not good. We have no hand left, and had to mulligan on the play, and they had like discard, which sucked. They had Culligan's Command. I guess here's where we go Merfolk Trickster. So they can't get anything. I might even just hard cast this Brazen Borrower here. Yeah. Yeah, I think that actually makes sense to do that. So they can't flash that back just yet. This is all we can do. I also did think about maybe. No, alright, well. Again, if they trade the Pyromancer with the Speaker, I'm happy about that. Alright. So now if we draw Silvergill Adept, we can hardcast it. Alright, so I assume that now it's the Ox time because that's what they've been waiting for this mana for. Oh yeah, he's just gleefully casting this card. Hold on. He's like definitely trying to get us to pass through our turn by accident too. Alright. Because he's just like immediately F6ing through everything, and that's why it looks a little bit weird. So if he can't kill this thing, he dies. But I assume that he has an answer to it. Alright. Wait, why would you do... Do you have an answer to this one? Or did you target... Like, come on, you have 3 cards left. You have to kill this. This is the one that kills you. You're going to 1. Okay, so maybe lingering... No. So what the hell is your plan for this? Do you... Chandra? I don't know. What's going on? This is flying. You can't block this thing. I mean, it could be another Culligan's command. Oh, I guess flashback lingering souls. That makes sense. And we don't actually have a way to like get past the lingering souls yet. So yeah. Oh, he discarded another one too. Damn it, it's close, but we can't quite break through yet. All right. Unfortunately, I think that's it. I think we're dead. I can't attack here, so I think that they're just going to get us. This is not a good matchup. This plays like a bunch of cards that are very dangerous. Like, you know, it has all the discard spells, which really hurt, but Lingering Souls is actually pretty good against us. They have tons of removal, and Pyromancer, like, I don't like this at all. The only way I could possibly win is if I had Echoing Truth here, and I don't have that in my deck, so... yeah, we're dead. Alright, we lose. Concede. Good games, opponent. So yeah, no, the Pyromancer deck just is like fucking beating, and this Ox is ridiculous in it too, so... I don't know, like, what we're supposed to do about it. Maybe I need some Grafdigger. Like, this is a deck, like, if I expect that one, Relic of Progenitus is actually, I think, the correct card for that, so... I don't know, maybe if... I don't want to put Relic in the sideboard, though, because it's not really good in a deck where we want to tap out every turn, whereas, like, Cage is better for that sort of thing, but if there are going to be a bunch of decks like that, then maybe Relic makes more sense than Cage, so... at least, like, 2. Relic is much, much better against them, because no matter what, it can draw a card. Keeps their graveyard empty, so Culligan's command doesn't do anything, and it can do it at instant speed. Like, the problem with Ashiok is, like, a lot of times, working at sorcery speed is not great, and then the fact that they have enough stuff, like, you know, Lingering Souls tokens and whatnot to throw into it, and even just Lightning Bolt can get Ashiok off the table, so that's not really a good match for it, I think. Relic is really what we need for that. Alright, on the draw, and this is versus Horus. I don't know how to say that. This is not a good hand. We have to mulligan this. This is better, I think. I think we're going to put Island in the bottom, probably. Keep... see, what are we up against? Island? Okay, so this looks like this might be the mirror match, actually. Maybe. It could also be like a control deck. Basic Island is not a card that many decks play, so. Mystic Sanctuary, so this might, okay, so this could also now be like the blue-red Delver deck. Playing stuff like Archmage's Charm. Merfolk. I think I'm going to play Trickster and then follow it up with Lord of Atlantis. Because I want the Trickster to be unblockable and get in for 3. There's no reason to play the Lord first. This also holds up Brazen Borrower if I need it. Omen of the Sea. What the fuck is this? Okay, 2 mana Ponder. Neat. My nose is itchy. Flooded Strand. Is this like blue-white control? I guess that could be the case. Well, we have Trickster. So, Flooded Strand makes me feel like maybe Path to Exile is an issue, so... I guess we're going to find out. Let's attack. I'm not going to put this Lord into play just yet because I don't think it's safe to necessarily do so. Not until we have a better idea of what we're up against. Okay, so looks like Lightning Bolt might be the card that we're concerned about. Okay, well, we are going to put in a Lord here. I don't want to crack this until I have to. I'm not sure exactly what our opponent is doing except dying. Scry 2. What? Why? What is this doing for you? Okay. I don't want to... I can't crack the Scalding Taunt. Well, I guess I can, but I have to be careful about it. Okay, so maybe there's some kind of combo deck. You know what? I'm wondering if maybe this is like something similar to like the Possibility Storm deck that we played before. I think Deprive is probably going to be good, and I think Spreading Seas is not going to be very good. And then the rest of these, it's really hard to say. I don't want to make too many changes until we kind of know what we're up against. I guess I'm just going to run it like this until I have a better idea of what we're playing against. Because this is probably fine against most of these decks. I don't think the rest of the cards are... This is like the worst fucking hand we could have possibly drawn. I would mulligan this for 4 cards, let alone 6. I'd mulligan this for 3 cards. This is much better. We'll put a Botanical Sanctum on the bottom. And I don't know what they're doing, but I have a feeling that we probably, like, this Curse Catcher is going to be pretty good, so... Okay. Pass. And the Force of Negation really feels important in this match, I think. I don't know why, but I have a feeling this matters. Okay, well that's fine. I guess I'm going to play the Mistbinder first. Let's get our clock going. If he has Lightning Bolt, so be it. Next turn we'll play Silvergill Adept. Okay, sure. don't know what they're doing here. Okay, so he has Bolt in his deck and the Thassa's Omen or whatever. Are you considering bolting my Curse Catcher? Because if you do, I'm probably happy about that. Let's get in damage first, I guess. Vendilion Cleek, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna target me. Okay, so this feels like Force is probably going on the bottom. I don't really think the rest of these don't matter that much. I mean, Silverkill is also reasonable to put on the bottom as well. Like, there's no way they're blocking this, right? I don't think that makes sense. Really? Interesting. Okay. I don't... Is a Cleek really worth a Curse Catcher? I don't think I want to deploy Trickster just yet, because I want to get in underneath their counter magic. They gave me a Cavern, I'm damn well going to use it. Reejerey is a good card. We'll play that now. I want to hold this up for a turn where I might want to do this in his turn if I have the Reejerey, so... So I don't know, like, they haven't played a fourth land yet, so I'm assuming, yeah, Bolt makes sense. Sure. Is this just like some sort of red-blue control deck? I thought it was combo at first, but he's just not drawing lands, right? So I guess here we crack Misty, we'll get a breeding pool. A forest or island card. How about a forest and island card? That's fine. I'm letting them choose to counter this if they want. I still can hard cast Force of Negation now. Or threaten to flash in Merfolk Trickster. I mean, they'll run out of removal eventually, so... I don't think I want them to do that. So they don't have Cryptic Command, or they would have shocked themselves. So what 3 cards do they have left? It could just be a bunch of counter spells. I somehow doubt that, though. Abrade? Okay. Well, I'm surprised you abraded the Speaker and not the Lord. This just means they have more removal. Alright, well, let's put in the Trickster. Get a clock. Attack with both. If they put in, like, Cleek or something, I can just flash in the Trickster. Guess I'll just play the Aether Vial. In case something like I don't know if maybe there's Field of Ruin that will take away Cavern eventually, but this also lets us flash in Lords later. I don't know. Yeah, I seriously have no idea what this deck is doing, but I feel like it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. Because this, I don't know, that just feels strange. Anger of the Gods. Okay, well that sucks, but that's why we didn't deploy that right away. Okay, so it does just seem to be like a blue-red control deck of some kind. Maybe it has like a Jace combo in it. That's possible. Oh, that's a good card to pick up. So now if they go for like a Jace or something, we have a counterspell for it, so. You have like Thassa's Omen or whatever that card is. Mystical Sanctuary. Okay, so they can put the Anger on top, I guess. You're going to draw a removal spell of some kind. Makes sense, don't? Yeah, wait till my turn to do it so I can play around. Like, will make me tap lands of my own, so. Well, that's good. They chose the Lightning Bolt, so. They haven't cast it yet. That's interesting. Fuck no. Okay. Yeah, I see your game, you rogue. You were trying to, like, Emrakul me. What? Get out of here with that nonsense. Well, they're going to do it again next turn because they have this fucking Flooded Strand to put it on top of their deck. No. Okay, so this is a Through the Breach combo deck. That's interesting. So why did you not put that on top of your... Do you not have another Sanctuary? Alright, let's see if they even bothered a try... hold on, cancel. Uh-huh. Cast Brazen Borrower, and let's see if they counter it. We need to kill them as quickly as possible, though. So I guess the reason he put Lightning Bolt on top is because he wants to try to use Bolt plus Emrakul in order to put us within lethal range. So his hand has to be Emrakul plus one other random card. Okay, so I guess here's where they're going to put Breach back on the top. Yeah. I think that's actually okay, because I don't think we're dead here. As long as they don't bolt us again. Ooh, alright, that's nasty. Okay, so I guess here we're going to put the island in play. Pass. Emrakul's going to hit us. We can sacrifice all of our mana guys here if we want. So we need to keep the... This is a two-turn kill, so... Okay, so they have to sack Emrakul. Okay, that's fine. If we do this, like, now we can still kill them next turn with Brazen Borrower. Alright. So, as long as we don't get Emrakul again, I think we're okay. We can't tap this for mana yet. If they have Lightning Bolt, they have to hit the Borrower with it, so we're still on a two-turn clock with this. Alright. Nope, had nothing. Alright, so it was Through the Breach. I knew it. I can smell combo players a mile away. You can't hide it from me. That game one, like, just felt like, okay, I know he's playing some stupid combo, but And he's trying to hide it being like blue-red control. Like, no, 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 no. You hit us with the spaghetti monster and it still wasn't good enough, because turns out Brazen Bar was actually really good at attacking. I still don't know if it was... I don't know if it was correct to put Bolt on top. I think maybe their best bet was to put Through the Breach on top instead of the bolts. So then they can breach, and then they can like try to, you know, set it up again at some point. Maybe it's hard to say. I'm not sure. I don't know what the other card in his hand was. So, but yeah, no, we got it. All right, so we're doing pretty good. 3-1. It's not bad. All right, we are on the draw for the last match against the Purple Mage. Okay, well, your avatar doesn't look very purple, so I'm calling scam situation already. Look, I'm Lord Magicus, and you can't tell me that this doesn't look magical. I mean, I guess this is sort of magey, but it's not purple. And you keep... I guess, like, this avatar technically wouldn't be Lord Magicus, it would be Lady Magicus. Opponent has disconnected. Okay, well, that's not a good start. We're flying through this today. We're only like an hour and 10 minutes in. We've already... This is the 5th match, so it's going to be a quick one tonight. It's actually good for me because I need to get a bunch of stuff for our 2 deck. Like, I have our standard players deck and my own deck for Modern for this weekend that I have to get them ready. So the more time I have to do that tonight, the less time I can spend on it tomorrow, and that means I have more time to play Pioneer tomorrow, which in paper. I'm not recording anything tomorrow. Yeah. I have to make some time to play with my paper cards, or otherwise there's like no point to owning them. So. Okay, well, Purple Mage joined the game. Alright, so we're back. We're back, baby. Alright, well, what's going on? Decide whether you're going to play first. I mean, that's almost never a decision, so... Ah, fuck. Why have we had such terrible, like, opening hands? At least they mulligan, too. I guess I'm keeping this, and I'm going to put a Trickster on the bottom. He mulled a 5, so maybe this is going to be, like, Neoform or something. And if it's Neoform, then we're probably in a good spot. Oh, that's it. Birds of Paradise is not a good sign, actually. This could look like Bat Spirits, maybe. This is almost definitely that stupid... Yeah, this... Okay, so this is like kitchen... what the hell is it called? The Vizier Combo. Like 99%. So we're probably going to have to use Force of Negation on, like, the Eladrime's Call, or maybe Court of Calling. I think that's the other one they play. Maybe Finale of Devastation. Alright. Hey man, get in your damage now. I mean, it's free. Spike Feeder. Okay, so yeah, now this is that combo. So you're going to play Heliod next turn? Is that... Oh god. No, not fucking... This is a Walking Ballista deck too, so this is really not good for us. Okay, well, we need to draw a land. Draw me an island. I guess that's better than nothing, but, like, if Heliod comes into play, we're fucked. If they have Heliod in hand, like, Spike Feeder just kills us. Okay. Yeah, I can't afford to be blocking this right now. I need to draw a land here, because I need to block this thing with Merfolk Trickster. And I need the Lord to be in play to do that. Okay, great. Island. So counterattack online. So as long as they don't combo us, we have a good chance here. No, they're gonna combo us. God damn it! Fucking. There's no way we can do this now, right? Like. This just gains them infinite life. Okay. They don't have 2 mana to do this yet, actually. So that's 1, 2... okay, so what about now? Like, if I do this now... Okay, I think I have to do this now, or otherwise I'm dead. I can't target Heliod, unfortunately. I guess I should have done it beforehand, but, like, it still doesn't matter. They can just do it on my turn. You fucking, like, disconnected me to, like, do this. Are you just gonna do this with, like, Vial in the stack? No. Okay, well, alright, let's just hope that, you know, fuck it. Let's hope that they forget that they... Yeah, okay. Yeah, they can definitely do that. Alright, you got an opponent. They proved that they remembered that they can do it, so... I have no intention of sitting here and wasting my time watching them gain like a bajillion life. Even though it's a perfectly valid strategy to do that. There's no shame in that whatsoever. I think Deprive is a little bit better here. Actually, Grafdigger's Cage might be okay. So it stops the undying stuff. Forget. I think Spreading Seas is actually not terrible here either. I don't think Curse Catcher is particularly good. Brazen Borrower helps. I don't think Force of Negation is going to do us much good. I think most of their important stuff are all creatures. Chalice is a little bit slow. This is terrible. Spreading Seas lets us kind of attack past them, but the thing is, if they have infinite life, we're kind of screwed. I think that... I mean, this is how we interact with their value plan, really. There is definitely an argument that maybe we should bring in Grafdigger's Cage instead, though. Like, Silvergill Adept is definitely a thing, and, like, Walking Ballista is definitely a... Or, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, Ballista's a thing, so Silvergill is probably not that good. Yeah, I just don't have very much that interacts with them. I get this stops Kitchen Finks, and it also stops like some of their creature tutor spells. But it doesn't stop like a Ladramie's Call. It only they probably have like Collected Company though, so maybe this is actually worth something here. All right, I'm gonna say that Silvergill is not the card that we want, and I'm gonna say maybe Spreading Seas is. No. Again, I don't know if that's right. I'm going to try it, though. Alright, let's hope for the best. I don't think this is a particularly great match for this. This is, I guess, okay. We'll just get, like, a Breeding Pool in turn 1. Just go probably Lord. Fuck this card. Like I actually thought about playing it in this deck just because. All right, so they have Heliod in hand, so that's half the combo. They didn't keep a 1-drop. That means they almost definitely just have combo in their hand. So they can't do it on turn 2, so it's pretty safe to play the Mistbinder right now. I want to keep the flash spells for so I can resolve them in their turn. Path to Exile, whatever. It means we can play like 2 Tricksters next turn. Sure, Devoted Druid. Ah, that's great. Which means next turn Vizier might be a thing. I guess I'm just going to play this. That keeps them from playing Company next turn. Sure. If they want to untap it, they'll have to put a counter on it. I guess Heliod, I have to let that resolve. I think right now I have to save the Deprive for Vizier. Yeah. What are you going to find? Found Walking Ballista, so that has to get countered. Because we know they have Heliod, so yeah, Ballista has to get countered. That's actually fine. Because I can just Brazen Borrower and bounce it if I want. But let's get our aggro plan on. Okay, sure. Ah, Sun Gun, man. This is a deck in Modern, is not just Pioneer, but they're going to go for it on 2, so I have to deprive this. 100%. Return Island. Okay. Okay. What now? You have another one? Spike Feeder. Yeah. No, that's actually not. Okay, so here I have to Petty Theft this back now. Because now if they try to do it again, it gets countered. I think we're just dead, though, right? I'm pretty sure they have a way. So let's see. Do they... They can, yeah, remove a counter to put some... so what about Heliod? Damn it. Anytime they gain life, they put a counter on a creature. So the problem is they can give this lifelink an attack. So I think I can only attack with one of them because I have to keep one back as a blocker for this thing. But now we're also losing if they have a third path to exile, but that's fine. Okay, that's a problem. Yeah. This works now because they can attack with Devoted Druid. Oh, that also works because, yeah, like, fuck it. Alright, you win, opponent. You have infinite life, and I don't have a way to beat that, so Damn it! This deck is just full of like, let's stuff every fucking green-white combo we can into like one deck. So I guess, yeah, I guess Grafdigger's Cage is probably better than Relic against them, but like, I don't know. That's not particularly great for us either. I think we need something more against that deck. Like this isn't quite enough. Like I don't know. Like that's really hard. I don't know how to beat that deck with this deck. There's way too much stuff going on. They didn't even show us like what search spells they were using. They had just played Once Upon a Time. Like that's it. So fucking Once Upon a Time. Like that card is insane. I think what we played against, what there were at least two decks that played it, right? Yeah. So there's like the Ponta deck and that one and the last one. So and they both played it on turn one. Like before like playing another spell. So casting spells for 0 mana in Modern, or in any format, is just dumb, and whoever designed that card should feel bad, because like that's like day one shit. Like, do not print cards that say you can cast them for 0 mana. I honestly think that like maybe this deck would benefit from Once Upon a Time as well. Like you could very much say, you know what, maybe just fuck Spreading Seas. We just will play Once Upon a Time and then cut like another land, and then maybe like another Reejerey or something, and then just play like 8, or we just play like 4 Once Upon a Times, and then it just makes it feel like we have whatever we need at any given time, like, or maybe even cut like 1 Merfolk Trickster for it. I just don't want to buy Once Upon a Time because I don't feel like it's a card that's like long for this format. Like it's so powerful. It goes into like any deck that like plays green, and even some decks that don't play green, like fucking Eldrazi-tron, like they're literally just playing like a Llanowar Waste just in case they have to cast it at some point. But their deck is a colorless deck that just makes like almost entirely colorless mana, and they're playing this stupid green spell because they can cast it for free. That's not a good sign when decks are just like splashing the color to play it because it's basically free for them. For it to be free, that's bad. Like the Eldrazi Tron, regular Tron, Amulet Titan, the Ponta deck. What was the other? Yeah, the one we just played against. Like, I'm sure that like there's a ton of other decks I'm not thinking of that just play it too. Like it's pervasive, and it's just I don't think it's gonna last long. So I don't want to buy that card and just end up sitting on another card that like is not going to be legal in like a month or so. Who knows? But I don't know. There definitely is a build of Merfolk that maybe plays that card and does well. Although I think that this deck did pretty much what we wanted to do. I don't know how we're supposed to defeat that thing. Like, that's just insane. It really is. I don't have a good hate card to like deal with it. Like, I guess maybe more like another Dismember maybe would have helped, but at some point, like, you have to also be like we have. Yeah, did I bring that card in? Because I think I brought this in. We just didn't see it. So you have to have this. Like, this Heliod is way too ridiculous. I guess maybe another Deprive couldn't hurt. There's a solid argument that maybe the 2 Cs from the board should just be like another Deprive and another Dismember. Because this is still good against Tron, and like Dismember is going to help us probably more against like the black decks anyway. If we like against Shadow, like you definitely want this card. Against like the green decks, you definitely want this. So that might make sense. Maybe these 2 Cs are just not necessary. I mean, you saw like half the time we were just attacking with 4/4s anyway. So I mean, I feel pretty good about this. I don't know if I think that maybe we could stuff like a Mutavault or 2 in there. That would really probably be risking it. I think that it's probably fine the way it is right now. And yeah, I don't think that any list I play is not going to have at least 2 Borrowers in, just because I don't want to randomly lose to some nonsense like Warship or Ensnaring Bridge when I don't have Force in my hand. So Borrower's too good. And I mean, just attacking in the air is also very strong. Like that, it being a 3-power flying attacker was good enough to help us beat the blue-red deck. So yeah, overall, I think this is a fine build of this deck. I'm probably close to my favorite for the build of Merfolk to go forward. I think maybe there's a little room to tweak it. Like, I don't know if Curse Catcher was what we needed. I mean, it did counter stuff. Like, I think I think we countered like a lightning bolt or a fatal push or something. We did counter a removal spell to protect like a lord with it, so this card wasn't useless. But maybe there's an argument that like Benthic Pyromancer is just the other one that we want with it. I don't know. It's really close for me. But I don't know. Against the matches that we lost, like they're ones that I probably expect to lose most of the time. And you know what? That's okay. I'm cool with it. I don't know, maybe Curse Catcher could be like 2 main deck dismembers. That might not be the worst idea. I think that could help with both those matches. Like the only thing, like yeah, we don't have extra threats in the sideboard to bring in, but I don't know, I could think about it. There's ways to tweak this a little bit, but I think it's pretty close to what you'd want for Simic at the moment. So, I think yeah, I don't really have anything else. So that's it for now. Saturday I am playing, so like I said, the team event. So it won't, So the next league will be either Sunday or Monday, depending when I have time. And we might be going back to Legacy, or we may be going back to Pioneer. I have to check the schedule, but Legacy is definitely coming up because I have some Legacy events in the near future, so we need to start jamming that format again soon. But I also do want to start playing some Pioneer again because, I mean, I do like that format, but it's just, it's been hard because I have so many things going on this month. I just have to, like, get practice for, like, everything, so I don't know. My guess is going to be the next league is Legacy, but we'll see. So, in the meantime, everybody, take it easy. I will see you again next time. Later.